Yeah, yeah. Without a lie.
Spasimente.
Really, because many of them.
Está bien.
Yes.
Está bien.
Dinner. Hey, without seeing, I don't know. So, yeah. Yeah, it's very Islamic, but we just put a phone in, I think. It was if there is, there are some, what do you want to do about? One guy money have so the range. Okay, this is the range. This is the range. Criteria. Here are the here. Damage. This is something like the se va a ver si me organiza todo. Arinda banga again. Pass error. Okay. Oh, I did good. I may go wrong. I mean, I tell him my double votes. Yeah, that actually. Iyo figa huu na bwea nayo inalijana. Wengi sana switch kidogo. Kama Mr. Janga hivi. Five 5.2 na 5.2 5 kilo na sa dyan na.
So if we na yung sa may original yang income really negative passive.
And you just make it brief, you don't pay woman bang. Make it brief, I say.
Big brand.
Huh?
What about brands like that?
No, big brand.
Big brand.
Brian, why? Maybe I'll just switch with it if that include. Slower. Engine. Bữa nào thò căng căng lên.
Wow, that is something like how do you get a heads up of one how so kind of something that I didn't talk to you about this because I was about that. Yeah, that's what I said. I think there was
It's a different.
I just like say like the basic position analysis, and I don't really know generally like what it means that you sound stuff. I don't like I always talk about this. Those really like my phone like I didn't know like these different things floating around. And I looked at this here and I was like, oh, this something, and I looked at it like this, and I was like, okay, wait, real quick before you end that. Just all like kind of quick chat, just like kind of see how we're feeling about just like. I'm just to be honest with you, I'm not great, and it might make you a little uncomfortable, but that's not my intention. I'll be very honest. Gotta be honest. Yeah, go for it. It comes off right now. The way you're communicating to me right now, it's coming off as like damage control, and like you don't want to get my video out there. You want to kind of like get a well-adjusted video before mine goes out there and puts it in. Oh, I just want to know what you're thinking about. I'm still saying two different things about that. No. I have no problem explaining everything on Facebook, but it's like I'm detecting a little bit of like what I'm gonna say it out loud. Oh, I mean, on the side of the content. I always think, they're not the nice guys like Brian. If you look bad or anything on the air, oh, okay. I get what's going on over here. Okay, okay. Because I think I need to explain it for my chat. Yeah. So basically, I think Smack was like trying to. This is like for my chat. I think Smack was actually trying to like lead into that with like a. It was like a good intent, but then like I think like the initial explanation of it made it sound more negative than made it sound like there was like a negative connotation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because it was meant to be like if that's how you feel, I'm not gonna like dig in like that. So I get it. I think the main takeaway I'll say from that is it ain't that. No, it ain't actually that deep. But one thing that is clear though is that there's
Jury.
Strong response, right? But when it comes to like that strong response and stuff like that, I've had the opportunity to actually like fully look at all of like the details, fully look at all the things. And I'm just being honest over here. I think there's a lot to gain from just like looking at the raw fucking like input output of this stuff. You said there's a lot to gain. Yeah, this is like discussing the raw input of the spectrum. So basically, let me explain a little perspective here, and maybe you have.
People say that the essence shall reveal itself. Is there something I missed?
This is a whale event. Would you say that's unfair to say? Oh, 1 million %. Oh, this is only for whales. Okay, cool. So my line of thinking here, and I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm gonna fuck with your chat saying, I'm gonna fuck with my chat saying. This is a conversation between me and you. In my line of thought, if it's for whales, then why are the rewards so insignificant for whales? Because Camellia, Shorekeeper, and whales already have them. Probably their Did you know that you can, instead of getting Camellia, Gypsy, or Shorekeeper, you can get 8 transducers instead? Yeah, so transducers allow the whale to reroll stats, correct? Exactly. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is in HSR for free for like two of them, like a patch or some shit. Yeah, it's the same now. Just putting that in their game, but are they even giving it for free at all? They are. Where's that at? It's in the Coral Shop. No, wait. Oh, so you can buy it in the Coral Shop? Yeah, right now. You can buy it in the Coral Shop, right? Yeah, it says in 3.1 they'll be in the Coral Shop. Can you tell me where that is real quick so I can just take verify it? I got the page open on my screen. It's just right there. It says in version 3.1 and succeeding versions. They'll become available in the item exchange store in version 3.1. In the item exchange store? Yeah, it just says they're in the item exchange store in 3.1 and they will cost half to go forward. Okay, so then we at least have a way to obtain them finite in the same vein as HSR. You can buy them infinitely. They're just super expensive. Okay, so then it leads to the shop. Yeah, free to play can technically buy as many as they want. It's just super expensive and prohibitive. So premium, hold on. The Coral, I thought this is the jargon stuff. Coral's on the same thing. You get bulls and shit, right? Yeah, it's just the rebate story. Okay, so. Okay, I would say that's still ass then, because that's actually forcing the budget or free-to-play player to have to trade their currency they would like to buy bulls to instead buy that. But in reality, they can just not buy it. Yeah, no, that's not the problem. The problem is the only way they can get it is through that shop, right? And I think this is the thing that saying you've been going hard on Arc Knights with no room for any type of like, understanding or facets, and I feel like we're given a lot of leeway here with doing all that now, brother. Because this resource should be given for free without anybody exchanging them for the corals. This should just be like whatever the fuck means, but it don't require you to use the corals because those corals need to be But if I'm free to play, I can decide to get as many as I want of them. So I can't do another thing. So we still think that is the best option, sir. We think that shop is the best option for acquiring it. The shop? I mean, I don't necessarily. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. Okay, so would it not be better if they just gave time there's a new update. They could. I don't know. No, if they want you to go. Well, that's what I mean. They could deciding to do what the industry leader in the space has been doing for 5 months in a row. Saying two wrongs don't make a right, my brother. It's a very that's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, it's your wrong, don't make it right, but you're also retarded if you're not doing what the market leader does. You should probably maybe now we're enabling them to turn into Holyoke. Yeah, and then also both of us also don't work at God's company, so I don't think we're equipped to answer it either. That's all we can do is really the same. Don't make it right, but you're also it's a very that's what I'm saying. Saying two wrongs don't make a right. With the industry leader in the space of shit on a dev for deciding to do what the and so can I really shit on a dev for deciding to do what the industry leader in the space has been doing for 5 months in a row? Saying two wrongs don't make a right, brother. It's a very that's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, it's wrong, don't make it right, but you're also retarded if you're not. And so can I really shit on a dev for deciding to do what the industry leader in the space has been doing for 5 months in a row? Yeah, and then also both of us also don't work at God's company, so I don't think we're equipped to answer it either. That's all I can do is really the same. First of all, saying you're fucking right, you are. But say I feel like this is pointing in the direction of Arknight's infield unfairness in terms of your criticism. Because we're shitting on them and we don't work at Gotcha companies to understand what's going on, brother, right? Oh no, I don't shit on Enfield all day, bro. I log into Hoopla, I'll get 25 points, bro. I log into Hoopla, and I get 25 points. I play Enfield for 15 hours and I have 25, bro. It's not even bro. You can't pull anything in that fun. That's my main. Dude, this is my take on it. I like the game. Because Gotcha, I feel like I'm getting spit on by the developers. Yeah. Looking at the Gotcha system and the currency, bro. That's my issue with it. No, brother, say, first of all, I'm going to fuck what the internet says. I think all the things you're doing to criticize Arknight's incident is only for the betterment of the consumer. I'm not going to sit here and compensate. Don't compensate. You know what I mean? No. Don't compensate. All I'm saying is I keep feeling you're going like, brother, you were putting down the Thor hammer on infield, and right now you're fucking like, you're grabbing the Moolah for the shoes. That's what it feels like. Okay. A little tap on the movie. You know what I mean? So, if we're going to be honest, Enfield brothers, honestly, it's just because it's been one of the most polarizing God experiences. And I think part of why I'm so upset by it, it's because there's so much actual good stuff in it, right? Yeah, incredible design, incredible models, incredible environment, all of that. You can tell so many people work so hard on it, and then there's so much just nasty, lazy shit being done behind the scenes, right? The bundles in the store, the PayPal, where the fuck was working on the PayPal integration? And then, like, it feels like the game getting destroyed by publishers. Right. That's usually the case in this space, brother. I'll be honest. But the game itself is such, like, high quality. And to see, like, a game of this high fidelity get literally destroyed by publishers live in front of you, it's just, that's also another part of what makes me want to be so negative about it. Because there's so much good there. But it's like, if the publisher's bad, it's just, it doesn't matter how good it is.
Come on, everyone. The prototype is now ready.
Mr. Andre, do we have an exact feasibility of your plan?
We have theoretical feasibility. The technological basis for the TATA prototype was formulated at the Ether test site. It was built using valuable data that cannot be acquired elsewhere. Ivan would spend all day arguing with people about the prototype. Unfortunately, we don't have a chance to field test the thing. But I hope that our theories are correct.
It's going to be fucking impossible. It's like holding these guys accountable. That's what it feels like. I feel like your true form comes out when you know you hate the fucking other side. Like, if you hate it more, when this perfect thing, bro, it's going to be really other. It's only takes 32 tank seconds, bro. You must have been like under a rock during Moolah 2.7, bro. I was fucking calling the game movie dog ass for like 4 months. I remember. Yeah, this That's the worst deal in the history of trade deals. Saying, right? Wait a minute, I don't think you understand. I'm gonna like this. Why don't you say this for you? Say, how can you understand? No, I think the
Only by walking upon the land can we truly appreciate every breath and pulse of life. And this is what Enfield is fighting for.
This is the most dog and you think about this from like a spending perspective. This is the worst spending event ever. And I can hit his story with one in Gaza. It's, oh my god, bro, I'm so glad you're saying that, bro. I was like, nigga, is this motherfucker really defending this shit? I see it. I see it. Everything he answers the spin on it. And yes, I'm defending against the people calling it predatory. Because I'm like, this ain't predatory. This is a scam. How was it predatory? Yeah, I mean, it's like all of it scam predatory. I think it from the perspective of this is not going to get used. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have quite a bit of a conversation to have today. Because as we're all aware, the Lovely Waves versus 3.1 live stream just occurred. And while Lovely Waves is naturally coming with in 3.1, some of the craziest awards you've ever seen, you just see that there's a raw fucking lot of levels over here. It's about 40 volts, right? You got the 20 10 standard, you got the other 10 over here, 5 of those standards, so that's going to be 30, and then you got the 10 over there, the 1600 for that 40 total. They get back to the corals too, so I think you're close to like, what is it, like 61 just from like logging into the patch. So yeah, 61 total volts just like logging into the patch, and then you're going to have like, you know, a good number of those being standards. I think it's like 22. But otherwise, that's like 40, 42, something like that. That's pretty solid, right? But there is something else in this patch that a lot of individuals have been talking about, looking past the free-to-play rewards to instead just saying that this patch is predatory. And that is the existence of a spending. And so when it comes to spending events, naturally, I've been an individual that's been on the front lines on the matter. Whenever there's been a Hoyoverse title that's had a spending event, I've been making sure to call it out. And now, Lovely Waves has had theirs. Let me direct you, though, to a statement that I made 3 weeks ago. When Zenless Zone Zero in version 2.5 had their spending event. Are y'all ready for my take? Let's hear this out. Knowing that you had 3 basically in a row in your other game, I'm referencing there the 5 spending events Hoyoverse had. The Honkai Star Rail, 2.3 in Casper's. Or sorry, 3.2 in Casper's. Then they had 3.4 with their Archer Lycos. Then they had ZZZ 2.3 and 2.4 for their Vivian skin, which operated like the Archer Lycos. Then they had the 2.5 featured in this video where they had another spending event as well. So Hoyoverse is on their 4th spending event. Or sorry, Hoyo's on its 4th spending event in 6 months. Wuwa is on its 1st one. Basically in a row in your other game. I'm going to be honest. And this is what I said after Hoyo's 4th one. Before we lost it. Hoyoverse is legitimately ruining the game. Because now I can comfortably say I can't even blame any other developer for putting in spending events in their games in the future. Because you want to know why? How can they not consider it when these fuckers at Hoyoverse have literally spammed 5 in the past 6 months? They are setting such an awful, terrible standard into space that is literally making every game actually worse, even if they're not using it. Because you want to know what this does? This builds pressure on every other dev to start putting shit like this, spending things like that, taking with mechanics like this into all of their games too. Because even the biggest creator in the space is bending and doing that to get a shortcut. Fucking game. Just what HSR and CCC wouldn't need if they were just better games. They wouldn't need make money on them without feeling pressure to buy FOMO, pay to win, and other mechanics. And so they've now set a new industry standard, just like I said they would, because that's what occurs when the biggest guys developer in this space does more spending events in this fantasy.
Anyways, here's my story. One dragon, one.
How are you doing? Is the crew affected by the ether rupture that just took place?
And one I am the same.
Everyone's
the
fine.
pool.
We followed the rules and evacuated for a bit. Thankfully, nothing too serious happened around here. But there's major blightery on the other end of this road. A few crewmates are already off to deliver the most essential supplies to the place.
12
But
soundtracks
there's just too much blight. We can't afford to risk our lives.
Being cautious is the right move. You need professional tools to handle professional work.
In achievement total of
You
1,000.
managed to make the prototype work on time.
All
All thanks to the AIC and our hub-based engineers.
Every Korean music chart was number one. In comparison, if we take a look at the second place group achievements of all time, Beautiful Blue Jeans with that has released 855 hours, 2 times less than the K-pop record, most likely never be beat ever again on June 20th.
Once you're in a severely blighted area, activate the prototype's active interference function. This should expose the blight core. Then you'll have to manually inflict some physical interference to the exposed core.
You mean some chopping and slashing? Yeah, I can do that. This is way easier than a class on theoretical blightery.
Of course. But don't forget about the prototype's true function. Do whatever you can to escort it safely to the power plateau. We must use it to stop the expansion of the ether rift. Your mission will determine the survival of everything in Valley 4.
Don't worry. We'll keep the prototype safe. It is our chance to avert this crisis. Let's not dally, team. Time to go.
Try to let the prototype travel on level ground. This road should take you to the power plateau.
Calling it prototype just doesn't feel right.
Very good, right?
Oh.
That's why all my good goop is in my safe pocket. I think you underestimate how far I'm willing to go to get the gooch. That's why all my good goop is in.
So, what's its full name again? Tranquil Automatic Robocart? I remember it being TATA or something. I'll just call it Tata. What a cute and simple name.
Let me try the Chinese style. And put up. Wait. I have enough. I don't have a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah, I can have the pilot test. Main course, about the personal geometry, some usage. Oh. You'll be on the foot of the upgrade I let me see all the other roads in here. Let's take a tour of those. We have the remaining patch. Hopefully it gets this skill was good at mine prepare. Products. How do I do all the roads? Oh, this is on the free. Let's have level 20. Level 20 to 100. $300. $500. It's just like one food. That's the weekly. Stackable views. Okay, assembly. Here. Parwa?
And I think it really likes the name. Tata is now official!
What?
Stop! The area up ahead is under a state of emergency. No one is allowed to enter. Head over to the sentry post and register your identities.
Marwa?
Let me see. 3 individuals and a strange machine. We have a Libri, a Vriva, and you're an Ager.
Hello.
You got it wrong. Look closely. I'm not a Viva. I'm a Lung.
Stop! Let me see. 3 individuals and a strange machine. We have a Libri, a Vriva, and you're an Ager.
That is it.
You got it wrong. Look closely. I'm not a Viva. I'm a Lung.
Let me see. 3 individuals and a strange machine. We have a Libri, a Vriva, and you're an Ager.
just so hard to go.
Does that mean you're from the Hongshang Academy of Sciences? Why are you here?
We are from Enfield Industries. Director Chin should have synced our information with the UWST already.
Enfield Industries? Let me check our personnel information database. You're not in the Enfield personnel database. Identify yourself. Endmin. I guess that explains it. Identity verified. Supervisor Perlica and Operator Chen, we have to be extremely circumspect given the sudden nature of the attack. And, Administrator, the Security Bureau knows what your presence means for our situation.
But only change themselves. What didn't changes themselves? Never did.
The UWST Security Bureau has no records of your information, but this Enfield file has been approved by my superiors. I have faith in your identity. I believe you're here for that rift in the sky, right?
Yes. We're still investigating the Ether test site disaster, and must reach the place quickly.
Pursuant to the provisions of the Accord, the UWST is obliged to lend you assistance in your operations. But my primary task is to search and rescue local survivors. Apologies, but I'm afraid I must stay at my post. Keep going down this road and you'll reach the Ether test site. However, you might encounter masses of blight on your path.
Thank you for sharing this information. How should we address you?
Fabian Collins.
Mr. Fabian, you look troubled. Has the science park suffered major damage?
Well, I don't think the show could get any better. We've already got the Angaloi, the Blight, and Breaker scum in the mix. Who knows? Perhaps another surprise is waiting round the corner. But the fact that you're here proves the road to the hub is open. That's my first good news of the day.
The hub base is relatively safe for now. You can evacuate to that place for shelter.
I can't leave my post just yet. We only managed to evacuate a fraction of our crew. The Security Bureau has a list of names of everyone in the science park. I've got to verify the status of their personnel one by one. Plenty of them are still in need of help and rescue.
All right then. I'll leave this place in your hands. We must be off.
One more thing. There's a colleague of mine conducting SAR operations up ahead. You might want to talk to her if you run into trouble. Good luck out there.
High threat hostile. Approach with caution.
Danger up ahead. Let me see how good this one is.
only by walking upon the land can we truly appreciate every breath and pulse of life. And this is what Enfield is fighting for.